lot. I tell people when we talk about house rent could be high, school fees can be high, but the biggest money gulping aspect of a home is feeding. How do we begin to, homes, to ensure that we spend less this period?
I think it still comes down to what doctor said. It also starts from budgeting.
Okay.
You know how much, like you can have an idea of how much you spend or you earn monthly. When you know what's for this, what's for that, and then you come to expenditure for food. I think one of the key things to do here is learn to not be wasteful. Most people are wasteful.
Yeah.
What do you mean by wasteful?
In the sense that when you cook, most times you overcook,
Yeah.
and then there's always left
In
over.
anticipation.
In anticipation. Now things are a bit hard for many people. So cooking a large pot, you are 4 or 5 in your family and you're cooking for 10 people. Why? And there's no light. So it's not like you can refrigerate it and keep it preserved for tomorrow. So you have to really cut down on so much food that you cook, and then you also have to teach the kids. Because honestly, you see these are
Waste.
entitled children. You see
It's
these are
really
entitled
this
children.
whole thing of teaching.
Yeah.
Like, what's the point? The milk on the table is more than the one that went into the teacup. What is
Yes.
it? Do you have the shakes?
That's the
What's the
point.
problem?
You have to
Like-
teach them to learn to manage things. Because the truth is, our kids today, we don't have this sense of understanding of things don't have to be overboard. They take and take and take. So we have to teach them, learn to take a little and leave the rest for someone else. Because they make tea and then you see the bottom of the cup
Yes.
is a mountain of sugar.
Oh, yes.
That will get washed away.
Yeah, after get washed away.
There-
And then when
there's
they pour it
something
away,
else.
you don't finish it,
No,
and
there-
then they pour it away.
Let me write on what you just said. There is something else we also teach, and this is also very important. There are two things, actually. First is bulk purchasing.
Yes, very
Okay?
important.
Bulk purchasing will always help.
You
But
need
of course,
power.
you now begin to talk about resources to do bulk purchase. Then you can do combined purchasing,
Yes.
where 2 or 3 people come together and buy a bag of
That's what.
powdered
Yeah,
milk.
it happens
powdered
a
milk.
lot in civil
Then you
service.
can share that. Women belong to various groups,
Yes.
from
Men do.
social groups. Yes, we do.
Yeah.
From social groups to church groups to associations and all of that. That can happen. And the second thing again, talking about parenting and teaching kids, teach kids to take responsibility. If you can have, give each child his own container of milk.
It was safe.
Let him know. Let him know that
Seriously?
when yours is done, when you're
It's
done
done.
with yours, you can take another person's. Watch them; they will take their portions.
Yes.
I have a wife who does this thing, so
Are you
I have
serious?
a friend who does that,
It
and
works.
they are not poor.
Come on.
What she
I'm
does
going to
is-
give you this is your
Everybody-
milk.
She
and this is
buys-
your
she
milk.
buys
Yes.
the
Yes.
sachet.
Yes.
She buys. The first time I saw her with strings and
Oh,
strings
yes.
of sachets,
Every child has
I
his
started
own.
teasing her. I said, "What is it? Are you starting a small provision store? What?" She
You
said,
teach
"No."
them how to manage early.
That she has discovered that her children want to use the soup spoon
Oh yes, to take
dish
the
up
milk.
milk. That they take milk with a little bit of tea. So she wants them to
And
understand.
when then you turn
No,
it,
that their tea,
It's like chocolate.
That their
Yeah,
tea
yes.
is like that. Their tea is
chocolate.
like custard.
Yes.
So she wants to show them where it's pinching her. That she gives each of them 3 sachets a day. You can take it in the morning. You can
It's your choice.
if you want to empty the whole 3
And
into
trust
your
kids.
first
Yes.
cup of tea.
They will
That's
keep
your
it well.
business. She gives them 3 sachets a day, and that's it. In fact, when she told me, I laughed and held my tummy. I thought it was funny because this was like 4-5 years
Yes,
ago.
right.
So now that
it's
the fuel thing has
accountability.
gone through
It's
the roof,
accountability.
now that fuel has gone through the roof, probably should give them 1 sachet each because now they are even older.
You know
That
the
time they
ketchup?
were small.
Oh, yes.
My kids love ketchup. When they
Those
take
squeeze
it,
it
I have
they
a
will
son.
squeeze
I have
the
a son that
ketchup.
puts
It will
ketchup in
come-
everything.
Come on, as
So
if they don't want to stop. I kept on talking. They didn't stop. One day I went to see my school. My son he was on campus, university, and then I saw him about to eat chips, and he brought out the ketchup and he did pip. I said, come on, wait now, what is
Exactly.
happening?
he's spending the
He
money.
said, do you know how much ketchup is? I said, oh, so you now know how much ketchup is. When I was begging you not to hold it and hold on to it and not stop.
Squeeze
I
it
think
for
it's-
dear life.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So
It's key, they
it
have
will
to take
teach the child to
responsibility.
take responsibility, accountability.
Yes.
You don't, and then there are other things that kids learn from it. The child, of course, once that we are still tender, they will know that I can't finish mine and take yours. So they keep theirs well.
Welcome back.
And over time,
Yes.
of course, kids will be kids. You're likely going to see one take the sister's own,
Yeah.
but then you use that to teach the child yours is yours, hers is hers.
No,
You
okay.
can give out of you know,
love that
that
is,
is
but
fine.
it's
You also
not,
use
you
that to
shouldn't be
teach them.
entitled.
It's not an
Yes,
entitlement
yes,
thing.
that's
And
it.
then over time, they learn to keep their things well.
Yes.
And then they also understand the family connection that you
Yes.
can actually still share
Share.
with your siblings.
Siblings.
And then everybody is happy and they live happily ever
You know,
after.
when I was growing up, I always used to say it, and even now, people used to say, "How come you never eat your meat when you're eating?" And I said it was the way I was brought up.
Me too.
And water. So they never used
Yeah,
to give
I'll
me.
learn.
They never used to give me water, and they
Until you're
never used
done.
to give me because anytime I take the water, I will not finish the food. If I eat the meat first, I will not finish the food, and somehow it has helped me because, and I always tell people, I don't believe in putting two pieces of meat. I've always told people, make that one meat big, so that you know when you finish eating,
It's a good chunk.
it's a good chunk. So now, people say they give their husbands 4 pieces and all that. The boys 2 pieces and all that. Now we have to now change. I like pomo a lot.
Pomo is so nice.
Yeah,
But they say
so-
that
my
have
dear,
money, you know, the preparation
see,
process.
you see, this is you see right now. I never thought that I could eat bala fish. I never used to think I could eat, but you cannot afford to be eating all those other expensive coca and all that. So right now, you have to now teach your children that you know what things have changed. Anything you're given, you must eat it because too many kids tend to question. I don't know how to eat semo. I don't know how to eat beans.
Yeah.
Choice.
I don't know choices. So anything you get, you must eat it.